22 again today. So that was like one of my first times this summer, rehabbing from a little hamstring, that I hit 22.
When did you put that weight on? Was it more gradual? Like, what did you run at?
I think it was kind of building. Like I ran at like 170 for track, and then as the summer got going, I got to 180, like just now.
How do you think that track season helped you for football?
For sure, I think it's just another opportunity to go compete. It also gave me an experience of winning a Big Ten championship, which I think our football team is capable of doing. I've seen our track team do it. It just takes a bunch of effort from the whole team.
Coach McGuire talked about when you look in the mirror after having that weight, more confidence. Does that translate to the field if you feel more confident out there being bigger?
For sure, I think adding size in the Big Ten is going to be important, along with my speed. Gives me a lot more I can do. I can go out on the perimeter and block, which is going to be key this year. Beating second-level defenders is also a big thing we're working on this year.
What was the benefit for you of getting kind of thrown into things as a freshman last year, getting a lot of playing time right after that?
Yeah, I think it makes this year a lot easier for me. A lot of things are slowing down, and they're not as fast, and I know the playbook a lot better than I did last year, so I just think it's smooth out here now.
Is there anything you tell the current freshman, the receiver, about your experience, how that can help them?
I would say just stay patient. You never know when your time's going to come, and just keep working and just know the playbook, because when you get thrown out there, you're going to have to know.
Hey, back to the Big Ten thing for a second. What the components of a Big Ten championship team is, because you were part of it. When you think about the way that team was constructed and the things that it's about, what impressed you the most being part of that group this spring?
I think they're a very tight bunch. Track team is like a big family, which is the same as the football team, and they had a lot of confidence and swagger. Like they knew we were going to go out there and win, and it's just about going out there and doing it.
Who was the leader? Like, would you describe as the couple leaders of that group?
I would say Darius Luff is a big leader. More so leading by example is what they do on the track team a lot. Yeah.
Hey, talk about the deep ball in this offense, and how well does Dylan throw a deep ball, and can that be, how big of a part can that be for this team this year?
Yeah, I think all our quarterbacks throw really good deep ball. Just trying to get better with them every day, get after practice, just so we're connecting on everything.
What have Jamal and Isaiah brought to this room that maybe you guys were lacking last season?
Yeah, I think Jamal and Isaiah are great additions. They bring in a lot of wisdom and experience of the game. Like they've been in these type of big games that we'll be playing in this year. So they just tell us little things that we can do better. Jamal is very good at being patient. So I think he's teaching the younger guys, like, we don't have to go 1,000 miles per hour moment of the route, but when you do need to go that you can turn that back on.
Do you work with one of those two more often, like play the same position as one of those two, or find yourself in the same kind of practice setting, and like in what different ways can those two guys help you?
Yes, sir. I play the same as Jamal Banks. We're both at Z, so it's like a competitive thing, but at the same time, I'm trying to learn from him, and we both know that we're competing, and it's just fun out there competing and learning from each other.
How have you seen this red zone offense grow with some of the added options like those and just the different weapons you have down there now?
I think it's a big addition. Like, you can put those two big guys out there and go in on fade balls, or you can have speed. I think our receiver room, we can do a lot of things this year.
Was there any specific area of your game you're maybe trying to work on this camp, like route running, run blocking, anything like that?
For sure. I think there's a little bit of everything. I want to get in the slot more, beat second-level defenders, put on some weight so I can be better on perimeter.
Hey, Jaylen, have there been any defensive backs that have really kind of impressed you in fall camp?
Yeah, I think all of our defensive backs are really fun to play against. I enjoy going against Sierra Wright, a really smart guy, really aggressive corner. He's like, it's just like, you're going to have anytime you line up with him.
Hey, I don't know what point last December, Coach McGuire came in and said, hey, we're going to go out and pursue some transfer receivers. But what was your immediate reaction when you kind of learned they were going to go out and get guys that were going to compete directly with you?
I just took it as a chip on my shoulder. Like, you can't can't be mad at it. Just gotta work with it. I think it's actually good for us. We got some older guys in a young group that could lead the way for us and help us win. We're trying to win games.
Did it take you a couple days to adjust to that, or was there a little frustration initially because you had a good season and they're saying, hey, we're going to go out and get more guys?
No, sir. No, sir. Anything that help us win, I think I'm all for it.
Hey, did you think, like, coming in here at 158 pounds, that you'd be on 180 going into your second season? I mean, is that more than you personally anticipated you could put on in 1 year and keep your speed?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of surprise to me. I was kind of surprised today when I hit 22. I just think that it gives me more confidence in that I can play at a higher weight and still hit these type of speeds.
Is there much more to go? I mean, you're not like a huge guy height-wise. Like, what's the ideal weight ultimately for you to be the best football player?
Well, I leave that decision up to my nutritionist. They obviously know best. They work with pros. But if I would just say it'd be like 185, 190, or whatever they tell me.
Marcus was talking before, said that tearing his hair out at times, trying to place freshmen in last year. What's the comfort level like going into this season now with that full season under your belt and just that benefit? Yeah,
I think it's a lot easier now. We're a young group, but we have experience. Me and Malachi getting in was big for us. Just because, like, you go in, you don't know what you're doing at first. It's not like we've been there before. Like, we feel like we're vets, and we don't want to be treated like the young guys no more.
What have you seen from Ja'Cory this offseason, and as someone who played as a freshman, what's your message to him?
Yeah, he's a very electric player. I just say Ja'Cory, if he's going to get on the field and do everything he needs to do, he just get in the playbook. Took some time for me and Malachi to get on the field, just learn the playbook, just take it as you go. When you learn the playbook, he'll play fast out there.
Anything else for Jaylen? Who's still the fastest receiver?
Me and Ja'Cory, I'll say Isaiah Nayer. Me, Ja'Cory, Isaiah Nayer. We're going to have to race one day.
He's got the long stride.
Yeah, he does.
All good? Hey, one more question. I assume you watched the Olympics this summer?
Yes, sir.
What did you take away from that, just watching the sprinters and the jumpers?
I didn't really get to see the jumps. I seen the sprints, though. I thought Noah Lyles should have won the 200, but you just see that anybody can win as long as you go out there and compete. It's not about what the bookmarks say. Like, Noah Lyles was predicted to win, but at the end of the day, you just got to go out there and compete, and you see what happens when you do compete.